Have you ever felt that your dreams are too big for your circumstances? Or maybe the world keeps telling you are not meant to succeed. Well, let me take you to a small coastal town called Rameshwaram, where a boy with no shoes, no money, and no backup plan dreamed of touching the sky. His name? Abul Janulabdin Abdul Kalam, but the world would one day call him the Missile Man of India. He was born in 1931 in a humble Muslim family. His father was a boat owner, not rich, not poor, but deeply wise. They lived in a modest house where faith and simplicity were the foundations. You know what's inspiring? Kalam used to wake up at 4 a.m. just to distribute newspapers. Why? Because his family couldn't afford his school fees otherwise. Imagine that, a young boy cycling through dark streets before sunrise, carrying dreams heavier than the newspapers he delivered. Have you ever faced a moment like that, where life tested your will before it even gave you a chance? In school, Kalam was quiet but brilliant. He loved science, rockets, flight, the unknown skies, but life wasn't kind. Once, when he was a student, he couldn't afford shoes, and he stood silently as others mocked his torn shirt and dusty feet. But instead of shame, he chose strength. He said, "I may not have the best start in life, but I will write the best ending." Now, here's a twist most people don't know. When Kalam applied to become a fighter pilot, he ranked ninth, and only 8 was selected. He was rejected from his dream. Now pause for a second. How would you feel if your biggest dream slipped away just like that? Would you give up? He didn't. He picked himself up and said, "If I can't fly planes, I will build them." After completing his graduation in aeronautical engineering from Madras Institute of Technology, he set his sights on building India's future. And so he joined DRDO and later ISRO, from designing simple hovercrafts to leading India's first satellite launch vehicle SLV-3 in 1980, which launched Rohini satellite into orbit. India, for the first time, had touched space. But Kalam didn't stop there. He went on to lead India's missile programs, Agni, Prithvi, Akash, Trishul, Nag. He made India self-reliant in defense technology. A boy who once delivered newspapers was now delivering satellites into space, weapons to safeguard the nation, and most importantly, hope. In 2002, he became the 11th President of India, but even as President, he preferred talking to students more than politicians. Do you know why? Because he believed dreams are not what you see when you sleep, dreams are what keep you awake. And friends, maybe today you are struggling, maybe the world is rejecting your dream, but remember Kalam's life. He failed, he was rejected, he faced poverty, setbacks, humiliation, and yet he rose, not because he had it easy, but because he chose not to give up. So, let me ask you again, have you ever felt your dreams are too big for your life? If yes, then maybe, just maybe, you're on the same path as that barefoot boy from Rameshwaram who grew up to become a scientist, a president, and a legend. Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam, and if he could do it, so can you. Don't just dream, dare, build, rise, because your story is just getting started.